Hey y'all, and thank you for tuning in to Divine Feminine Tarot Tea, okay? If you like what you see, please go ahead, like, share, subscribe, okay? Do not be afraid to come on through the building when you do, and hit that bell if you want to be here every single time me and the T team are up in here getting it in with all of these good old tarot messages, okay? And if you would like a personal reading from me, girl, please do not refrain from hitting me up at dftarottea@gmail.com. Also, if you would like to make a little love offering to this channel, dftarottea at CASHAPP or PayPal. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. What's going on out there, okay? Past life relationship energy and message of concern. Y'all, somebody out there is afraid of repeating cycles, okay? And you are going to your spirit team kind of coming against this, okay? Somebody is praying that they are not stepping back into a repeat cycle, a past cycle, something that they feel they have experienced already. Somebody is definitely afraid, okay? Afraid that they may be stepping in another puddle, moving forward, possibly repeating cycles seen with your father. Okay, that's why we're getting past life relationship energy. Somebody is concerned about bloodline curses. Somebody is concerned about potentially repeating the cycles they saw in their household with their father. Okay, in their own life, in their own relationships. Somebody wants to get free. The energy that I'm getting here, somebody is really feeling that they're tethered to or stuck to whatever dynamics occurred possibly between you and your own father, and you're afraid of kind of repeating this, okay? Repeating these past patterns, repeating the patterns even that he had in his life with your mother, okay? Past life relationships. Somebody does not want to repeat this. Somebody is hoping that they can get friendly support in their relationship. So there's some animosity. Whatever relationship this was, whatever relationship this is, the nature of it was one where you found yourself feeling that you and your father were constantly at odds. There's some sort of adversarial energy, okay, that you're hoping not to repeat. You want to be friends with your mate. You want to be in a positive relationship with your mate, okay? You want your love language to be one that is physical touch, that is romantic, that is sensual, not one that is hinging on being combative, fighting all the time. I don't know if your parents fought a lot, okay? But there's something going on there where that's what you're feeling. That's what you're trying to avoid. You want to be able to spend time with your mate. You want things to be positive. You want to be able to move towards an engagement, passion, okay? Love without this being something problematic, but you are afraid of these, what you would consider, what spirit team is giving me right now, what I'm getting from spirit team energy is you're afraid of ending up in what you consider to be a repetitive bloodline curse, okay? You need to know that it is safe for you to move forward in love, so that you should free yourself of this. Okay, free yourself of this energy, of this belief that you are, somebody is feeling doomed, okay? Free yourself even of your mother's energy. You are not your mother, girl. Okay? You are not doomed to be to your mother whatever it was you felt she was to your father in your relationship. Somebody is carrying a heavy burden. Somebody is carrying a heavy energy on themselves. It's literally making me sleepy to think about. Somebody is carrying a really heavy burden on their back as it relates to relationships. And what you need to realize is that the burden is not yours, y'all. These cards fell, so we're going to read them. Okay, galactic, physical connection, signs and clues, okay, bonding. So you need to know spirit team is on your side, and you need to pay attention to your relationships, because what you're not realizing about your relationships is that your relationships are going absolutely nothing like those relationships that went on with your mother. Nothing like. Okay? Absolutely nothing like it. You're in a whole nother lane. You're in a whole nother space. Whole nother lane, whole nother space. And you're holding on to whatever it was you think went on between them, which could have led to divorce. But pay attention, okay? We see that courthouse energy, so divorce. Pay attention. Your relationship has more intimacy. You've had more intimacy. You've had more understanding. You've had better physical connections, better bonding. Like, pay attention to the clues. You're not that. You're not in relationships that were always headed for divorce, that were always headed for despair. Even if they did not work, they just didn't work, y'all. It was never a situation where you were in a position where it looked like your relationships were headed to the wall. That was never what your life was. That was never what your relationships were. What did I just see here, y'all? Is that healing family issues? Okay? Somebody's allowing their family issues and bloodline curses to play out in their life. Spirit is telling you, look at your relationships. Be realistic. That is not your life. That is not your life. You're living out your family's karma. Okay? Look at this message to you, girl. You are imprisoned and enslaved to old patterns, old thoughts, and you're carrying around dead family energy. This stuff has nothing to do with you, but you're carrying it around, okay? Lift yourself up out of that. We see stay optimistic about your love life. Lift yourself up out of that. You are not destined to be anything that you previously saw growing up. That is not your destiny. Somebody is sitting around thinking that, like, you know, it's going to be just the same for me. Spirit is saying, no, it's not. It's not going to be just the same for you because you're not that. Okay? Be careful in bringing these patterns into your new love relationship because your soulmate is coming. You have a soulmate energy coming towards you. Your spirit team is calling in your soulmate. Calling in your soulmate, also bringing towards you new life. Okay, we see a baby energy, y'all. We see a spirit baby that is already in the atmosphere, in the ethers, that is already in the just the whole picture, the whole energy that is being called towards you right now. And you need to give this relationship a chance, girl. Give it a chance. Okay? Somebody, you too caught up. You got great fortune coming towards you if you stop assuming that your life is going to look exactly like your mother's life looked with your father. Yo. That was heavy. That one even hit me. Stop assuming. Stop assuming. Somebody out there, this is what this energy is giving us. Thank you, Spirit, because y'all, I'm feeling that this is going to be, it's some messages coming. Y'all, this one is heavy. Listen. Stop assuming that everything that you saw with your mother is going to be you. Somebody is cutting off their ability to get the right relationship, to be with the right man because you assume you're going to end up like your mother. Somebody is so sure of it that you could be cutting off your nose despite your face. Spirit is sending you a mate. Girl. And these cards ain't even supposed to be in this deck. Spouse, partner, feeling. Y'all know I always hit that LMA. Feeling. Okay, feeling. What was it? Y'all remember what she said. Feeling. Yeah, whatever it was, okay? Spouse, partner, feelings. Okay? It's that time. And somebody you don't realize, you're potentially going to thwart this or thinking negative thoughts about a man who has just come into your life. You don't realize it's not because of you. It's because of whatever went on between your parents. It has nothing to do with you. This is something that went on between your parents and you're carrying it. Somebody is, I'm telling you, that's the message to you. Okay? You're carrying the weight of things that went on in your family that had absolutely, positively nothing to do with you, girl. Nothing. Nothing. And you need to let them go. You're expecting to repeat those patterns. And you cutting your nose off to spite your face. Remember that your spirit team is trying desperately to send you a blessing. Y'all, the question is this. What happened between your parents? Okay? What happened between your parents? The moon card comes through in the reverse. There was some disorder. There was some disorder. There was some emotional disorder. There was some emotional disorder. Whoever this was, your father in this relationship was consistently in a place of desperation. He needed something, okay? This is your father had a hole in him, a void. He really needed something. He really needed something. And he really needed understanding. And you had a mother that was constantly concerned. Concerned but distant. You know, your mother didn't even know what to do about whatever it was your father was dealing with. So in a sense, emotionally, your mother had one foot in and one foot out of that relationship. Okay, the whole time it was so. She had one foot in and one foot out. Cold emotions though. Somebody's mother had very cold emotions emotionally. She really was not enough for your father. She really was not enough. She didn't have enough for him, okay? She didn't have enough love for him. She didn't have enough belief in him. And she didn't believe she could get anything else from him. She gave up. She didn't think that he could even become the man that she was looking for. She just didn't think that. So there was an issue between your parents that you may not realize and know about. And this issue came primarily from the fact that your father felt that your mother gave up and withdrew her passion from him. She fell out of love with him, he felt, okay? She fell out of love with him to save herself. She didn't want to drown in her emotions for him, so she withdrew them. She turned cold, okay? She got out of the way. He had some desperation, y'all. Something that was eating him, okay? Mentally. Whatever it was, she wasn't interested in sticking around for it, okay? She wasn't interested in sticking around for that. In any way, shape, or form. She wanted to get free. She wanted to reset. She wanted to come back. She wanted to re-emerge in herself. And she wanted to do it quickly. Okay, so there's an element of abandonment that your father was living with, dealing with, as it relates to your mother. There is a level of abandonment that was there. In this abandonment, somebody's father went out into the street and completely self-destructed. Okay? Knight of Wands in the Tower. Somebody's father went out in the street and just fucked his life up. Let's just call it what it is. When he went out in the street, he met with some type of destruction. Destruction and loneliness. Okay? Your father was left to deal with whatever mess he made of his life on his own. Whatever mess he made of his life on his own, okay? And your father at this point becomes somebody that's very deceptive. This man went out here and made a mess, and he started becoming deceptive. He started doing a lot of lying. He was in a lot of pain. There may have been alcoholism. There may have been overspending. Something was going on with somebody's father that once they were on their own, they became a man who was self-harming, okay? Self-harming, self-medicating, okay? And a lot of it had to do with his relationship with his own mother. And he was allowing this to bleed into his own relationships. So I want you to catch that. How even allowing your relationships to control you, even that was something that was a bloodline curse, okay? Even your father had gone through allowing his traumas to control his love life. And now you're even seeing that trickle down, okay? This was because there was a lot of dysfunction in his family life growing up. He saw a lot of dysfunction. He experienced a lot of dysfunction. And it had to do with a dysfunctional maternal energy. So somebody's grandmother was dysfunctional. King of Cups here on the other side. Somebody's grandmother and grandfather was dysfunctional, okay? We see this match coming out. The heads of the family on your father's side were dysfunctional, and he picked these things up and allowed them to influence his motion in his relationship, okay? Your father was desperate to be heard or understood. For some reason, your mother just was not the lady for the job. Page of Swords, okay? Page of Swords energy with the Five of Wands. We're seeing somebody, a father, a patriarchal figure, your grandfather, that was always on the defense. He was always fighting, causing confusion, out here in the street with bitches. You understand me? He was somebody that was out here living his best life, partying and dilly-dallying and carrying on. Page of Wands energy. This was a man, a grandfather that your father saw him be all about the party, all about the ripping and running, all about the adventure, okay? Page of Wands energy. This man was hopeless. He was a hopeless partier. He was a hopeless womanizer. He was a hopeless hoe. He was hopelessly about his money. He was out here in the street. He was trying to be that dude, control the emperor, etc. He was out here living any old kind of damn way, okay? The emperor's still coming through. Living any old kind of damn way because he thought he was the boss. And he thought being the boss was about him being out here in these streets, living sideways. You know, this is what he thought made him a man, okay? People can be misled, misguided, and confused. He said as long as he had some money in his pocket, he was a man. So your father saw a grandfather or saw his father be someone that felt like as long as he had the money to keep the lights on, keep the heat on, keep the house rolling, what the fuck can you say to me? Meanwhile, this man got a temper. This man is snarly. This man is cutting up. Page of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Three of Cups. This man is out here in the pool halls. He's in the gambling spots. You know, he's in the bowling alley. He's out here doing whatever. Out here outside shooting dice. Okay? And feeling like as long as he got money, nobody can say nothing to him. He didn't believe in a power struggle. Five of Swords in reverse. There was no competitors. What he say, go. Okay? When he say it, he expected to be. I said it in his soul. He didn't want to hear nothing back from your grandmama. He didn't want to hear nothing back from nobody. Okay? This man was ruling the household, asking no questions. He also had another woman, another wife, another family, another situation. There was someone else in his life, okay? The high priestess. There was a whole nother secret situation in this man's life where he also had a secret son, okay? I want y'all to check out the patterns, okay? There were secrets. There was dysfunction, okay? What I just tell y'all, Four of Wands energy. So his parents were married. Your father's parents were married. Your grandparents were married. But this man also had what? Thank you, Spirit. Would you look at what a spirit? Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. Did I tell you he had two families? Did I say to you? I said he was married, but he also, and did the Two of Cups pop up? I just want to make sure y'all saw it. Grandpa had a couple of families. Okay, he had a couple of situations. Okay, he had this outside family where he was doing a lot of sneaking, a lot of lying, a lot of pretending. Okay, in order to maintain both of these households. Okay, Six of Wands in reverse. He was doing a lot of things that ultimately led to him feeling defeated in the end and experiencing a lot of injustice. Injustice being divine justice, I can tell you that. But this man felt wronged in the end. He felt that things was out of balance. These two families fucked his life up. Okay? The World card comes through in the reverse. He wasn't really able to complete his life in the best possible way because of these two families. Okay? These two families ended up defeating him. So his ability to control and maintain financially was challenged. It just was. Two families, what else could it have been? Okay? King of Swords with the Three of Wands. Your father, for this reason, was quite emotionally detached. Okay? He was quite emotionally detached. He may actually have been the second family child. He may have been from the additional family. Okay? There are two families in here, okay? We see the Lover's energy. So for this reason, your own father grew to be somewhat emotionally cold, okay? He became emotionally cold. He became somebody that had a lot of lovers, had a lot of women, had a lot of situations, okay? Was always in and out, going back and forth between women, okay? Trapped in this cycle, having a little something over there, a little something over here, okay? But this is what he saw. This man saw a two-family household, okay? And he may have been in either of these households, okay? Depending on, I'm hearing that it could resonate either way. So Ace of Pentacles, this man was trapped in this situation, okay? Constantly, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, constantly looking for women that could pour into him, constantly looking for divine feminine energy, constantly looking for somebody to give him some of what he missed, somebody that would be stable, where he could be in a household where things made sense. He was constantly looking for a woman that could pour into him and give him the security and the love that he feels that he needs. Period, okay? The Hierophant. Somebody that really could hold him down and kind of be a teacher, kind of be a guide, kind of be somebody that was in divine feminine authority that could kind of handle and take over his life for him. Y'all already know church bells ring when a judgment car comes through the building, okay? Y'all see the building hit the floor, y'all, okay? Constantly looking for an opportunity to find that wisdom in someone. And he thought he had found it in your mother. And your mother poured and poured and poured into this man and poured into your father until she was exhausted, until she was empty. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. She had given everything she could give. She had given advice. She had given the wisdom. She had done all of these things. Okay, she was brought into his life in terms of divine timing, giving him an opportunity to do something different. She did so much, y'all. She was so strong, encouraging him, comforting him, trying to save him from himself. But it was difficult to do. Okay, it was difficult to do because this man was still at war with his own past. Still at war, y'all, with his own past. Again, carrying what he saw growing up into his new relationships. This man was constantly going out, starting up new relationships, starting up new shit. Ace of Wands energy, constantly taking sexual energy outside into the streets, y'all. Constantly. Your mother wasn't having it. Four of Cups, baby. What she was not going. Six of Swords in reverse. I said she wasn't going. I told y'all she was not going, baby. She said, I will not be crossing the path and making no. It is a no-go, boo. We see the devil coming through in the reverse. Your mother was not with the shits. Once your father got to that place where he's still tipping around outside, your mother freed herself. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Okay, she freed herself. Wheel of Fortune comes through in the reverse. She changed everything. Now, I want y'all to pay attention. There was some divine energy, an intervention at play that brought your mother into your father's life. But she gave and gave and gave. She comforted and comforted and comforted. Your father was stuck in old patterns. He could not let go of what he saw growing up. He couldn't let it go. So for that reason, she shut down. She went cold. She didn't want to be bothered. She got out of the relationship. But this changed the fortune that was to come from their relationship. Okay? This left both your mother and father in a space where they were piss poor in terms of stability, in terms of how they felt, because they really did love each other. Five of Pentacles energy. They really did love each other. But this Five of Pentacles energy fell upon them. So both of your parents were the love of each other's lives. There was emptiness in both of them. So you may have grown up seeing two parents that each of them were drained, they were dry, they were drawn out. Him feeling abandoned, having been desperate to get some type of wisdom, knowledge, and acceptance. He ended up feeling desperate. She ended up just walking out, okay? And ending up feeling like she was out in the cold, him feeling like he was out in the cold. Your mother leaving your father kind of broke his spirit in a way. And she never showed any remorse. Never showed any remorse. Never seemed to apologize. Never seemed to feel that she made the wrong move, and never took him back, okay? Never showed any indecision. Thank you, Spirit, for confirmation. Never showed any indecision, okay? None. King of Wands energy with the Two of Swords. Once again, confirmation. Again, so you saw a father whose passions have been kind of killed because the love of his life really was your mother. And when she decided that since things weren't working, they couldn't work, it did kind of change, okay? Death card energy, it changed everything. Y'all saw it, Death card energy. This brought a transformation to who they were to each other and what they could be. This brought an ending that left your father in utter emotional despair. And he became a harder, colder man. I'm seeing him kind of pick up his father's traits, where now I'm just outside, I'm mad, I'm mean, I'm doing whatever the hell, okay? I'm doing me. Three of Pentacles. I'm doing me. I'm doing whatever I want to do. Talking to people, kicking it, chilling, hanging with the fellas. Getting in very shallow love relationships. So you may have experienced your father as just kind of being, you know, in these little relationships, didn't go nowhere, just being a bit of a womanizer, okay? Slow motion in terms of him really moving towards someone and making a stable commitment. It just wasn't, it was no longer a goal. It was no longer a foundation. Six of Pentacles, you just might have seen him giving money to little ladies here and there, okay? Kind of manipulating them for sex. Just being a playboy beyond his years. Never really being in anything else that would stand up, because the last love he had, the last stand-up situation he would have been in would have been with your mother. But, you know, she didn't have the shoulders for it, okay? She just kind of collapsed and said, you know, this isn't working and I'm not putting anything else into this. Okay, Nine of Cups with the Knight of Cups in reverse. She decided not to put anything else into it, okay? And fulfillment for your father from that point, it was kind of broken. After years of this, and he realized your mother wasn't going to put anything else into him, we kind of see that desperation and despair kind of creeping back in, and kind of that no longer really looking to make a sincere connection with anybody. So the male energy, the male role model that you saw was a father that wasn't looking for anything real anymore. He wasn't trying. He's just out here. You know, you didn't see him being stable, steady in the home. You saw him just wandering around looking for something that he wasn't going to find because your mother had it. And at a point, you're seeing that he kind of settled on being somewhat depressed, being somewhat down. I mean, he kind of fell into that pattern and remained in that pattern. Four of Swords energy with the Two of Wands in the reverse. Fell into that pattern and remained in that pattern, okay? No future plans. He got stuck. So your father may have just kind of become somebody that, you know, he's not in anything serious. He's, you know, this floozy, that floozy. Eventually just kind of sitting around the house, stuck, not willing to do the heavy. You know, sometimes people have been in relationships that took so much out of them without them getting what they wanted in return, that moving forward, they don't have the strength or the energy to give that to a relationship again, okay? He didn't want to make that kind of emotional deposit again. Parents getting older, you know, he's no longer really interested in that. So you may have just seen him turn into somebody that just kind of let all of that go and was basically behaving in his latter times, okay? Just kind of like somebody that was basically divorced and had given their all to, they had given the best of themselves to that relationship, and that was it, okay? Your mother, on her end of things, we're kind of seeing the same. She got caught up on, I just pay bills, you know. She looked back at what they had and just kind of let it go. She just worked, pay bills, work hard, girl. Your mama was getting to it. She just became a woman that was like, you know what, I'm just out here making money. Okay? I'm just out here making money, getting money. Okay? That became her legacy. People talk about your mother. They're going to talk about the money that she made. Okay? The strategies that she had in order to maintain her money, maintain her name. She became somebody that might have been reputation hungry. If you follow me, it became, I'm more concerned with how I look to people. I'm more concerned with what people say about me than her actually being that concerned about a relationship. That became something that was on the back burner, okay? The whole relationship aspect of things. So one thing we want to make sure we catching on to in this particular reading is both of these people were broken-hearted people. Your father and mother ended up in a Five of Pentacles because they didn't complete the assignment. They didn't understand the assignment, okay, when it came to their relationship. So as a result, both of these people ended up broken. Your mother dealt with it by, you know, I work. I just work. I get to the bag. You know, she took on that approach. I'm the strong woman. I work. I do me. I don't need no man. Whereas he just kind of became somebody that hold around until it got boring and just kind of gave up on finding anything real again. Okay? These are the patterns. These are the patterns that are affecting someone's ability to move forward and realize that somebody has arrived for you that's very special, okay? Or somebody is coming towards you that is very special. But these generational curses where you saw both of your parents end up in a Five of Pentacles, where you may have seen your grandmother in a relationship with a controlling, street running, you know, whorish, my way or the highway kind of granddaddy, has left someone unenthused, has left someone saying, you know, I don't know if I can do it. I look at my father ended up broken, you know, my mother ended up broken. But a lot of this had to do with the fact that they also did not follow divine assignment. They too were supposed to be together. Okay, they too were supposed to do things the way the Spirit put in front of them to do. They disobeyed Spirit. This wasn't no accident. You also saw that your father couldn't let go of his parents. Okay, and that's kind of what played a role in him not necessarily showing up the best to his own relationship. Okay, so understand that that part is over. Okay, we see here the most difficult part of this is over. Understand that that part of the story is over. That was their lives. That's what they did. That's what they went through. Okay, it is time for you to portal out of that past life, bloodline, relationship, and curse. It's time for you to come out of that. Okay, it's time for you to allow yourself to kind of, you know, I'm thinking of Dorothy and I'm thinking of the Wizard of Oz, that moment where she's caught up in the twister, okay, and she literally portals into another dimension. It is time for you to go ahead and take that move and allow yourself to go to a whole new world with this, because there is a ring and a marriage that is waiting for you on the other side of this. Somebody is so caught up in, you know, I saw relationships. Oh, it was so hard. My mama was just, all she did was work. She was lonely. My daddy just sat at home watching TV. He gave up. They sure did. But this has nothing to do with you, okay? Your cup is running over, and it's time for you to accept the fact that your cup is full, okay? Obstacles that you have to overcome in your life at this particular time, if you accept what the gods are putting in front of you, if you accept what your spirit team is telling you to do, you have the go-ahead for your life to change. Wheel of Fortune energy. There will be a shift in your life. There will be a shift in what you are being offered. You got to let your parents' life be your parents' life. You have protection from your spirit team, okay? Your spirit team is loyal to you. There is romance in the air. You have to believe that. You have to keep saying, stop saying, I've just seen it go so wrong. Somebody may also have a mother that even though she was working, she was getting her bag, she was making her money, she was lonely. You didn't see her going out. You didn't see her dating. You didn't see her put any energy into that part of her life. And so maybe you also don't know how to put that energy into that part of your life. Somebody, you need to reclaim that, okay? You need to reclaim that. Okay, we see lightning. You need to reclaim that. Somebody also needs to control their anger. Somebody has a lot of attitude and frustration that you bring into relationships. Understand that that's fear because you never saw it done right. Okay, you never saw it done right, and you're carrying some of your father's spirit, which is that I'm going to be somewhat like what I saw. You don't have to be like what you saw, though. That is more of a choice. The whole be like what I saw thing. That's a choice. So we see owl energy. Okay. We see owl energy. We see wisdom and shifts coming towards you in the month of December. Okay. You want to start to allow yourself to think like, feel like, be like a younger woman. And by that, I mean somebody is letting themselves fall into the energy of their mother. Somebody is not realizing, once again, you are not your mother. You are you. You don't have to take on the mistakes or the sadness or the loneliness or the bitterness or the all I care about is a dollar that your mother is going through. She's older. She's lived a life already. She's had her own path. Somebody needs to really stop, pause, look, shake, and bake, and take a look at your birth certificate and realize you're in your age and mama isn't hers. Okay, you stop moving like her because you're not her. Okay, stop repeating the shit that she would say about certain things. Parrot. Okay, you just talking shit that you think she would talk. Stop thinking your luck depends on her luck and her life. Okay, horseshoe energy. Stop blowing up on certain men because you feel like that's what you got to be hard and be about your money like mama is hard and about. You don't have to do nothing your mama did, and it could cost you the love of your life. Just like it cost her. You don't have to be somebody that's damn near bailing the minute things don't go your way, or not even trying because you're scared that it won't go your way. So Spirit is telling somebody to stick it through. Okay? Wind chimes. Okay? There is peace and harmony. Lover's card energy coming towards you if you see this through. Okay, these secrets and not being real with yourself and not even talking about this to a close friend, to a family member, maybe even to your parents, if they're still around, this not having these conversations, this not doing this, I'm telling you right now, it can become harmful. Be real with yourself. You're stuck. You're repeating curses that you don't have to repeat. Okay, and it's causing discord. We see this in this mice energy. It's causing discord. See, what you don't understand is when you don't address stuff like this, it's gonna eat into and eat through other parts of your life. It don't just start and stop with that. Okay, it shows up and becomes problematic in other parts of your life. For example, being able to move on and being able to move on with ease. Okay. In your love life, this has become an obstacle that you may or may not realize has become an obstacle. So it's a short journey, luckily, for you to understand and then move into divine partnership. It's not going to take a long time because divine partnership is already coming towards you. Okay? Look at this. Spirit baby is already coming towards you. It's a short journey towards new life coming towards you. Okay? Money, property, whoever this is, if you move forward and you drop all of that pain from your parents and grandparents and so on and so forth, and you move into this relationship, it is going to bring you abundance. Not just because, oh, I met someone, or I'm back with someone, or someone showed up, or I'm in something right now and it's flourishing. It's going to bless your life in multiple ways. Somebody's going to have a miracle baby. This is, you thought you wouldn't have kids. You're going to have a kid. Somebody is going to inherit something or get something through this marriage, through this relationship, through this partnership that you don't already have. You're going to be able to expand your territory. Okay? You're going to be able to expand your territory. So be watchful. Pay attention. Be looking for the news. Okay? Bird, perch, baby. Perch. Be expecting good things. Be of good cheer. Know that good things are coming because I'm telling you. Look at this. Heart energy. There's so much love energy around you at this point and so much deep love coming towards you. But because you were raised in a Five of Pentacles emotional energy, you have a tendency to default to that kind of cold Five of Pentacles energy. And then when it comes to you, when that Four of Wands comes to you, when that Lover's card energy comes to you, and it is coming, for some of y'all it's just arrived, but it is coming at least by December, you won't be able to feel it. You won't be able to accept it. You won't be able to acknowledge it because you're used to being in that Five of Pentacles. That's just what you're used to because you was raised in it, soaked in it, and that's what you saw. So you need to increase your efforts, okay? Be sturdy and be willing to take the extra steps, okay? Boot energy. Be willing to take the extra steps to make it work. This is what your mother wasn't willing to do. Somebody's mother wouldn't take nan extra step. If it didn't look right, she got out the way. And because of this, she altered what was supposed to be the Lover's card energy. And what I'm hearing and getting, thank you, Spirit, what I'm hearing and getting is this is an opportunity. Spirit is still trying to do the work in your bloodline that they lost with your mother. They're still trying to get this work done. Okay, whatever this work is in this relationship, they're still trying to get this work done. Your mother didn't fulfill it. Okay, let's go around the back door then. Let's try it with the next generation, okay? You will receive a gift, box energy. You will receive a gift, Six of Pentacles energy, if you go ahead and open up and give this relationship a chance, okay? This is a problem that can be resolved through you in this situation. You will also have plenty of material things, good things, y'all, good things, okay? This man may be a little older than you, or something about him may suggest that he's older than you. Maybe he's wise. Maybe he's lived through some events that were just way out, okay? But this man has a different energy than you, okay? He may also be stepping into a new job, new career, second phase of life, okay? And we see that he can also provide you with some spiritual guidance, okay? We see angel energy, but he also has some divine guidance that he's been under and hearing into of his own. Now, my question here is, what is it exactly? The work, okay? The work that Spirit is trying to do, that has been trying, Spirit has been trying to do in y'all's bloodline for so long, okay? This is nothing new. This is nothing new, okay? This is not new. It's just a matter of being able to get it through to you. Okay? Because your mother, I'm telling you right now today, baby mama wasn't going. Mama wasn't having. Okay, now I don't know about nobody else. But baby, your mama said as soon as your father started to seem like he didn't know exactly which way to go, she got her pocketbook. And that's what you was raised to do. And you need to understand that doesn't really build families, okay? Inner growth. So we see Spirit trying to bring growth into your bloodline, okay? This is growth that it's been trying to do through romance, through the building of, you know, the combining of bloodlines. This is not new. Spirit has been trying to do this, okay? And the thing of it is that it's always been about somebody in your bloodline. Thank you, Spirit, because this is powerful. Somebody in your bloodline, a feminine in particular, somebody in your bloodline has always needed to be willing to take a chance. And your mother would not take no chances, okay? But this is what it is about. Being willing to take a chance. Soulmate, everlasting. Do y'all peep this, okay? Somebody needed to be willing to take a chance in y'all's bloodline to bring your soulmate energy in. To bring in your divine masculine. I hope y'all see it. I hope y'all see it. To bring this divine masculine energy into the bloodline. I hope y'all see family and security, baby. It's going down in these cards. Somebody missed it in the previous generation. Your parents missed it. Your granddaddy missed it because he was out here trying to secure everybody's damn house and he ended up broke. Okay, he was trying to have family on family. He thought he was tipping somebody. He thought he was 50 Cent or something. He thought he was rolling in dope. Man thought he was a multi-millionaire. So you ain't got it like that, Pops. Relax. You work at the post office. What are we doing? Okay? What are we really doing? You two families, you're going to be eating peanuts for the rest of your life. Somebody, your parents particularly, they were not willing, your mother was not willing to take the shot and the chance to bring in what was new. Your mother simply said, she took the strong woman I could give. I don't give a fuck. She took that energy and she walked off. Okay? She took that energy and she bounced. Okay? She took that energy and she bounced. And she was left with regrets. She was left with mistakes. This had a detrimental effect on the forward motion of y'all's family. Some of y'all's family was supposed to have up to 10 kids in it. But because, you know, your mother gave up so quickly, it may only be one of y'all, two of y'all, three of y'all. It would have been more. Okay? Cheating, broken trust. This is about the home being broken apart. Your father made some bad decisions. Okay? He kept some secrets. Okay? Your father didn't do everything right. Okay? This what happened. And he was at a crossroads in his life. Okay? Had he maintained a family, who knows? Okay? But you know, your mother just, she didn't give it, she wasn't interested. Your father needed a home and a foundation. He was misbehaving. Toxicity on the bottom of the deck. Okay? Your mother felt she was in divine feminine energy. Y'all be pulling from the bottom of the deck at this point. And it was too stormy for her. Okay? She didn't try to work it out in any way, shape, or form. She had a lot of love for your father, but we see on the bottom of the deck here, afraid. Okay? She was afraid. Even though, once again, we see fated meeting, there was something divine. There was a divine energy in this relationship. And it just looks like your father he veered off course. And she gave him no second chance. It's like she buried him. She was like, I'm done. She went and took her freedom. Okay? And it did shift. You know, she did what was comfortable for her. And you know, you can't be mad at that. Your mother may have actually immediately started dating someone new. Okay? All of a sudden, okay, she just bounced. It just was a sudden, like, I'm disconnecting, I'm moving on. Your mother's a very strong woman. Okay? Your father, on the other hand, we saw that desperation, addiction, unhealthy attachment. Your father could not let go. Okay, so we see that he wanted to kind of fight for this relationship, but your mother damn near ghosted him. This is how he felt emotionally. We saw the abandonment, like she got the hell out the way on him. Okay, and for a period of time they were enemies. Okay, this thing went really bad. She didn't put any extra energy into it, none at all. This caused your father a great deal of anxiety. Your mother just went off into being a single parent. Okay, your father wanted a marriage. Okay? Your father wanted a marriage because the attraction was still there. And she just made him an ex, y'all. She made him an ex, moved on, put him on child support. The story, I'm just giving it to you right here, okay? Father was still trying to call. Trying to tell her the truth now, okay? What's going on? Trying to reconnect the relationship. There was still divine intervention present, but then there was also third-party interference. So your father just repeated the patterns that he saw. Your mother just turned this into a legal matter. It was like, just pay me for my kids and go. But, you know, there was no patience. You know, this may have been a situation where marital counseling, relationship counseling, there could have been some other things that could have been done that could have helped the course of the relationship. Your mother gave no fucks, okay? She moved right on. She figured the grass would be greener somewhere else, and she moved on. May have even moved, okay? May have even left him behind physically and moved on to someone else. But we see hookup, one night stand. She didn't find anything substantial. She didn't find anything substantial. Other than spirituality, she had some insecurities. Didn't find another relationship, but she did find God at some point. Okay? But she just stayed single. She didn't give this man any chance to fix this. Okay? Change, transition. And your father just ended up somebody that was perpetually in an apology. Now, it looks like your mother wasn't necessarily wrong, but she gave up too soon. If for some reason there was more there. This was about prayer. This was about getting together and fighting for family. This was about spirituality. This was about trying to make something happen, make something work. And she wasn't willing, okay? He was. It seems that he never got over your mother, but this was their story and their cycle, okay? And we see here somebody that immediately said, oh, this not working, I'm getting out the way. There wasn't a lot of prayer. There wasn't a lot of, perhaps there's something we can do. And there were some things that just did not happen in y'all's bloodline as a result, okay? Some things did not occur, okay? We see secret admirer, okay? Timid, shapeshifter, mimicking. For the rest of this situation, your father was somebody that greatly admired your mother who just had turned into someone else, okay? Divine timing, okay? So believe in the right timing for yourself. Obstacles are blocked, okay? And read between the lines. What happened in your parents' relationship, okay, that landed them both in the Five of Pentacles because, he made mistakes. And he was acting in a very karmic way, okay? He was acting in a way that just, he didn't stick to the mission, and neither did she. But just because their story did not play out properly, God is still going to get the glory. So there is still an opportunity for your bloodline to get where it's supposed to get. It's just a matter of your parents may not have stayed the course, right? But you don't have to be the same, okay? So understand that, let go of the belief that Five of Pentacles is a natural way to go through life, okay? It is not a natural way to go through life. The Five of Pentacles is not a positive energy for love. It is not a positive energy for family. Somebody has not even tried to step into family because you're too concerned with this fear, this desperate fear of what could come from the Five of Pentacles energy hovering over your life, believing that you could end up alone, believing that someone could give up on you, believing that you could end up being somebody that, I'm just focused on my money, so I'm going to just focus on my money anyway, believing that the relationship itself could leave you destitute, broken. Relationships don't have to leave you destitute or broken. Relationships can put you in a Ten of Pentacles. Legacy, hard work, love, longevity. Your parents ended up in a Five of Pentacles because your parents ended up in a Five of Pentacles. And that was because they made some poor decisions. That was because your father carried over the weird stuff he saw growing up with your grandfather. Don't do what they did. Don't just say what you saw is what's going to define how you move forward in relationships. Remember to have the faith and know that your love and your situation is coming, and it has nothing to do with the fact that they misunderstood the assignment, okay? If you have enjoyed this Divine Feminine Tarot Tea, girl, please go ahead, like this video, okay? Please go ahead and go over to dftarottea@gmail.com if you would like a personal reading from me. And go ahead, dftarottea at CASHAPP or PayPal, girl, if you want to make a little love offering to this channel. And as always, I will catch y'all in the next one.